Fala pessoal, tudo bem com vocês? Hoje o Pare vai trazer para vocês Metal Gear 3, mais especificamente o Remake. Então vamos nós pro jogo, mas antes de mais nada preciso dar dois avisos breves. Primeiro, nossa meta foi dada lá em Lies of P, se você não assistiu vai estar aparecendo aí no card. Precisamos bater a nossa meta de monetização até julho, então se você se inscrever e deixar o like, claro, se vocês gostarem do nosso conteúdo, isso me ajuda muito. E também na descrição e no comentário fixado tem a nossa lojinha de achados. Então vai ali e dá uma olhada, sempre vai ter alguma coisa que você pode estar precisando. E vamos parar com a enrolação e vamos para o jogo.
After the end of World War II, the world was split into two, East and West. This marked the beginning of the era called the Cold War.
Approaching Soviet airspace.
20 minutes to drop off.
Commencing internal depressurization. Equipment check. Arm main parachute.
All right. Ready to go.
Drop zone still showing high pressure mass. Cav okay.
Good. We've got high visibility.
That cigar. Connecting oxygen hose to interior connector. Put on your mask.
Oh.
Does this pantywaist know what he's doing?
Approaching release point.
10 minutes to drop off.
Hey, are you deaf?
He said put out the cigar and put on your mask.
Depressurization complete.
Checking oxygen supply.
6 minutes to drop off. Opening rear hatch. Temperature minus 46 degrees Celsius. 2 minutes to drop off. Stand up.
You'll be falling at 130 miles per hour. Try not to get frostbite from the wind chill.
1 minute to drop off. Move to the rear.
Activate bailout bottle.
This is one for the history books. The world's first halo jump.
10 seconds to drop off. Stand by. Status okay, all green.
Prepare for drop-off. Countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Spread your wings
And fly. God be with you.
Jack, I've got some important news. The head of the CIA has finally given us the green light for the virtuous mission.
Virtual mission?
No, the virtuous mission. The future of our Fox unit depends on it. If it succeeds, we'll be officially organized into a unit.
Virtuous mission? Sounds like some kind of initiation ritual.
You know, don't get cocky. This isn't a training op.
Right. So what exactly is this wonderful mission?
Well, about 2 years ago, a certain Soviet scientist requested asylum in the West through one of our moles. His name is Nikolai Stepanovich Sokolov. He's head of the OKB 754 Design Bureau, one of the Soviets' top-secret weapon research facilities, and the East's foremost expert on weapons development.
Sokolov? Isn't he that famous rocket scientist?
The very same. On April the 12th, 1961, the Soviets achieved the first manned spaceflight in history.
The Earth was blue, but there was no God.
Well spoken. The rocket that carried Yuri Gagarin to orbit was the A-1, known as the Vostok rocket. Sokolov is said to be the man most responsible for the multi-engine cluster used in that rocket. After Gagarin's flight, Sokolov left rocket development to become the head of the newly established Design Bureau.
From a lowly technician to head of a design bureau, that's quite a success story, so why'd he want to defect?
It seems he'd become afraid of his own creations.
Afraid?
Call it a crisis of conscience.
And for that, he left his country and his family behind and went over the fence?
Not exactly. One of his conditions was that his family was also to be taken safely to the west. We used a mole to get the family out first, and succeeded in sneaking Sokolov over the Berlin Wall shortly afterwards. I was the one who conducted the operation.
The security on the eastern side was still full of holes back then. Then what?
We got Sokolov over in one piece, but the whole ordeal had left him exhausted, and we checked him into a hospital in West Berlin. It took him 2 weeks and more than 600 miles to get from the research facility in the Soviet Union to Berlin. He was in no condition to say anything coherent. And it was only a week later that we had something much bigger on our hands.
The Cuban Missile Crisis.
October the 16th, 1962, President Kennedy received word that the Soviets were in the process of deploying intermediate-range ballistic missiles in Cuba. The President demanded that the Soviets dismantle and remove the missiles. At the same time, he announced a naval blockade to prevent further missile shipments from reaching Cuba. But the Soviets didn't back down, instead placing their armed forces on secondary alert. Soviet transport ships carrying missiles continued on course towards Cuba. US and Soviet forces went on alert for an all-out nuclear war. Frantic negotiations were conducted through the UN's Emergency Security Council and unofficial channels to end the hair-trigger standoff. Finally, on October the 28th, the Soviet Union agreed to remove its missiles from Cuba, and so the world avoided a nuclear holocaust. But in order to get the Soviets to pull their missiles out, we had to make a deal.
You mean the one where the US agreed to remove its IRBMs from Turkey?
No. The Jupiter IRBMs deployed in Turkey were obsolete, and we were going to get rid of them anyway. They had no strategic value whatsoever to either the US or the Russians. The Turkey deal was a ruse, a cover story that was fed to the other intelligence agencies around the world.
So what did the Russians really want?
Sokolov. They wanted us to return Sokolov.
You mean the Soviets pulled out of Cuba just to get their hands on Sokolov?
That's right.
What the hell was he working on?
At the time, we had no idea. We were running out of time. It was either give up Sokolov or risk full-scale nuclear war. In the end, we had no choice. President Kennedy gave in to Khrushchev's demand. The next day, I got Sokolov out of the hospital, handing him over to agents on the eastern side. Sokolov kept on screaming, "Save me," until he disappeared from my sight. Then a month ago, we received some new information from one of our moles.
About Sokolov?
Yes. He was taken back to the research facility and forced to continue working on the weapon in question under KGB supervision. What's more, it's on the verge of completion.
So what kind of weapon is it? Something to do with space rockets?
No, missiles.
Same technology.
I guess you're right. We don't know the details, but it appears to be a new kind of nuclear device. For half a year now, the Soviets have been conducting frequent nuclear tests at Semipalatinsk.
Something to do with the weapon, I assume.
We're talking about a secret weapon so big that Khrushchev was ready to pull out of Cuba to get it back.
Is Sokolov still in the facility?
No, according to our intelligence, he's in Selino-Yask, a place in the mountains about 3 miles to the west that's known as the Virgin Cliffs.
The Virgin Cliffs. Nice name for a virtuous mission.
They moved him there just recently.
Why?
Apparently, they're conducting a field test of the weapon, but it's our best chance to get him back. This mission would never have been possible if he was still in the research facility. This is our last chance. Sokolov must have known that too when he contacted us. Listen up, Jack. Your mission is to infiltrate Selino-Yask in the Soviet mountains, ensure the safety of Sokolov and bring him back to the
Já
West.
estamos jogando.
If we don't get Sokolov back before that weapon is complete, we'll be facing a major crisis. The clock is ticking. Once we've confirmed the rescue of Sokolov, stand by at the recovery point. A recovery balloon will be dropped at that point. Helium will be pumped into the balloon to inflate it. The process takes about 20 minutes. Once it's complete, the gunship's arm will latch onto the balloon and pull it up.
The Fulton surface-to-air recovery system. I'm familiar with the theory.
Take it easy. It's been combat proven.
Do you think Sokolov is up to it?
The shock will be less than during a parachute jump, and the arm can handle up to 500 pounds.
So you're planning on going over the border in a single combat Talon?
She's equipped with two 6-barrel 20mm Vulcan cannons, as well as two 40mm machine guns.
Sounds like she could hold her own against a battalion of tanks.
Even with the fuel in the reserve tank, we're facing a 4-hour time limit. If all goes well, it shouldn't take more than a few hours.
Home in time for dinner.
But if anything goes wrong, you'll be eating dinner, breakfast, and all the rest of your meals in the jungle.
E vamos começar. Cheguemos à terra firme. Snake.
Do you copy? You're already in enemy territory, and from here on out, we'll be using your code name for this mission will be Naked Snake.
Naked Snake.
I'll be referring to you as Snake from now on. You're not
Snake?
Oh, you don't like snakes?
What do you mean?
You've eaten one before, haven't you?
In survival training.
I'm glad to hear that.
I don't know if I'd ever order one in a restaurant, but what about you, Major? What should I call you?
Let's see. I'll be Tom. Call me Major Tom.
Major Tom. Isso é uma música, tá?
Sneaking mission. You must not be seen by the enemy. You must leave no trace of your presence. This kind of infiltration is the Fox. In other words, weapons and equipment are procured on site. You're completely naked, just as your name implies.
Great. Now I see why you asked me if I like Snake. I suppose calling me Snake was your idea of a joke, too.
No, there's a good reason for that. I'll tell you.
Gotcha. Getting back to the...
You've been issued a knife and a tranquilizer gun. You'll also find some medical supplies.
Yeah, about the backpack.
I see. Well, you'd better go back and get it then.
No problem. I can see it from here.
To climb a tree, stand in front of it. I'll be monitoring your progress over the radio. We can't risk violating Soviet... My frequency is 140.85. If you need to talk to me, use... Okay, Snake, go get...
Beleza. Naked Snake. Cobra pelada. Que aqui daria o Major Tom. Major Tom é uma música, tá? Que nosso querido... Não conheço muito de... Metal Gear. Não joguei muitos. Joguei um pouco só do... De espadas que eu não vou lembrar o nome agora, mas Metal Gear foi criado pelo mestre Hideo Kojima.
Snake, where do you think you're going? You can't expect first you'll need press the act.
Então eu falei errado. E ele gostava de uma música que tinha esse nome, né? Major Tom.
I see you've retreated. To equip a weapon, it's necessary to take it out of your back. In the survival viewer, choose your available weapons will be displayed. From that list, choose the weapon you want. For other equipped items, just do...
Got it. Use the...
Yep, that's... Survival is fun. After you've been out in the field for a while, your stamina... If your stamina gets too low, you won't be able to shoot accurately, for example. Keep an eye to recover loss. You can use...
My only weapon is a Mark 22 Hush Puppy...
That's right. It's been fitted with its own suppressor. However, the suppressor will once its durability reaches zero, the suppressor's durability, any weapon...
I have to find my own...
Solo covert act. You can't leave any... No weapons, equipment. Your presence, there aren't supposed... You can't let anyone... You're a ghost, Snake. There'll be no rest.
Then I'll just have to take...
I'm afraid so. SIS guide. Tape it to your body.
How generous.
Use it if you're taken prisoner by the enemy. It'll send you into a state of false death for a short time.
Fooling them into thinking that I'm really...
Just take the revival pill.
You mean that thing they put in my tooth before the mission?
That's the one. If you remain in a state of false death for too long, nothing will be able to bring...
I'll keep it in mind.
Right.
I guess that means I can't count...
Correct. The mission rests...
A real one-man...
Relax. There's a support team ready to back you up over the ridge.
Who?
This time, survival is of... The first member of the support team will be in charge of monitoring your physical condition, as well as recording your... She's a member of Fox as well, and...
She?
Hello, Snake. I'm paramedic. Nice to...
Para-med...
As in a medic...
Aren't you going to tell me your real name?
Are you going to tell me yours, Mr...
My name, huh? It's John Doe.
And they call you Jack for short. You're a regular Captain Me...
A name means nothing on the battlefield. After a week, what's your name?
Jane Doe.
Very funny.
I wasn't joking. But I'll tell you my name... My frequency is 145...
She's also in charge of... Whenever you want to save, send a message over...
So saving lets me record my...
That's right. It also...
Good to know.
There's one more person I want to introduce.
Huh?
Speaking of snakes, you remember
The boss.
legendary soldier and your Actually, it was the boss that got the DC. She's going to be serving as Fox's...
Boss?
She also helped me plan this mission. She...
Jack, is that you? How many years is it?
Boss?
That's right. Talk to me.
It's been 5 years.
You've lost weight.
You can tell just by the sound of...
Of course I can. I know.
Really?
What's that supposed...
Why'd you disappear on me all of a sudden?
I was on a top seat. You didn't need me.
But there were still so many things.
No. I taught you everything you... I taught you all I could. The rest you needed to learn on your own.
Techniques, sure. But what about...
How to think like a soldier? A soldier needs to be strong in spirit, body, and technique. In fact, technique doesn't even... Spirit and body are like two sides of a single coin. I can't teach you how to think. Listen to me, Jack. Just because soldiers are on the having personal feelings about your comrade, politics determine, and politics are a living thing. Yesterday's good might be tomorrow.
Is that why you abandoned me?
No, it had nothing to do with you. A soldier has to follow whatever orders he's given, but you're looking for a reason to fight. You're a natural-born fighter, but you're not. A soldier is a political tool. That's doubly true if he's a career soldier. He has no enemies, and you follow the orders you're given.
I do whatever I have to.
That's not. In the end, there's a
Being.
It means
I fought.
people.
Then who?
The time. People's value. So there's the end. As long
And that.
the O is the.
All right.
What it snake.
That's right, the legendary unit, the Cobra, as long as...
Yeah.
Yes.
It's good to
Same here. Snake. You are always. But this is the jungle.
seek you. I've been in the.
Not to worry. After all, this.
Where are you, boss? Next to the major?
The boss is communicating with us by radio from a...
My frequency is 141.
Gotcha.
Your mission is to retreat. Dr. Sokolov, avoid heavy combat.
Beleza, agora a gente vai.
Try to remember some of the basics of CQC.
Commencing virtuous mission. Now.
Tá, nossa missão é... Pera aí, nossa missão é encontrar esse doutor Sokolov. E ali a gente tem a... né, nossa querida Big Boss e o Major Tom e a nossa paramédica. Aqui eu ligo para todo mundo, Major Tom, paramédica para salvar e até boss. Vou tentar aqui fazer um negócio aqui. Deixa eu pegar a dica. Tá, isso foi o que eu acabei de fazer.
Visibility natural. That's right. In proc rather than engage beside you'll end up
Yeah.
with you. Press the CQ, pressing it multiple but striking it doesn't press and hold from this if you don't grapple with your enemy, grabbing an enemy from behind and from this press the move them tap the CQC. You can press the in you'll be but don't get too while your enemy may be power.
Beleza. Metal Gear ele foi criado, né, pelo mestre louva-a-Deus Hideo Kojima, como falei anteriormente. Metal Gear 3 é considerado um dos melhores Metal Gear. Eu não joguei a versão de Play 2. Né? Eu não tive... Eita, tem um crocodilo ali. Opa, o tamanho do bichinho. Ai, areia. Ai, é lama, é lama. Ui, eu vou morrer. Eu não joguei... olha onde tem outro ali. Tá indo embora. Eu não joguei a versão de Play 2. Mas... então vamos direto pra isso. Eu não joguei muito de Metal Gears. Joguei um pouco do... Aqui é a arma. Eu joguei um pouco do Metal Gear Ground Zeroes. Um pouco não, né? O Ground Zeroes é uma missão só. Então eu zerei o Ground Zeroes. E o Phantom Pain. Mas eu não joguei mais nenhum. Mas é um jogo que tem muita história e marcou gerações. Tem uma infinita gama de fãs.
Major. I've spotted 2 enemy soldiers.
They're probably KGB troops sent to guard Sokolov.
AK-47s and grenades.
We can't let the Kremlin find out that the CIA and contact with the enemy is strictly prohibited. Don't engage.
The Major is right. The point of this mission is to sneak through the jungle without the success of the mission depends on change your camouflage by selecting the uniform option lets you pick your uniform. Choosing camouflage that blends in with your surroundings. Also, don't forget that anything that if you just stand, but if you crawl and you can see how effective your camouflage is by the camo index shows how well your current. The higher the value, the harder you. The key is to make yourself one with nature.
É, tem bastante. Vou pegar o rosto aqui. Esse jogo tem muita história e é muito detalhado. Opa! Ele é totalmente baseado no stealth, tá? Mas foi errei. Não. Ele é totalmente voltado ao stealth, então você pode entrar em combate, mas não é recomendado. O que tem aqui? Ah, uma granada. Dorme, vai. Vai ser ruim assim na casa da mãe, né? Caraca. Isso tudo pra pegar uma caixinha. Ah, óculos de visão térmica. Ah, eu consigo mudar a camuflagem de forma mais rápida. Cadê? Equipei visão térmica. Deixa eu levantar. Então, como vocês podem ver, tem itens escondidos. Eu não sabia disso, tá? Mas tem itens escondidos dentro das árvores. Mais um item escondido. Foi daqui que eu vim, né? Foi. Eu dei mole. Às vezes também se perde um cadinho. É, detalhe. Mas voltando, Metal Gear totalmente voltado ao stealth. Então ele tem combate, isso é óbvio. Mas ele é totalmente voltado ao stealth. E eu acho que vai doer. Ele tem um seu sucessor espiritual. Opa! Pô, o cara me viu aqui. Pô, o cara me viu. Jesus, eu consegui errar aquilo tudo ali. Pronto. Cara. Ih. Ih, caraca. Eu vou morrer. Ai, eu vou morrer. Ó, esse visual é bonito, tá? É que a ponte vira. Pronto. É. Pronto. Ai, ai, merda. Pô, me ferrei. Eu juro que eu não vi aquele cara. Apareceu do nada. Brotou. Tô ficando sem munição. Me dei 300 tiros no ar. No vento pra acertar uma casa de abelha.
Major, I've reached the abandoned factory where Sokolov is supposedly being held. This place is a dump. I can't see Sokolov from here. Security is pretty tight. There are sentries posted around the perimeter. I wonder how many are inside.
Your objective, Sokolov, is inside the factory. They should be holding him in a room in the northeast section.
Northeast section. Got it.
Be careful. Your mission is to bring Sokolov back alive. He must not be exposed to any kind of danger. Do not approach Sokolov while in the alert phase.
Right.
Oh, and one more thing, Snake.
You mean there's more?
No, it's just that when you get to Sokolov, I want you to tell him something from me.
And that it?
Sorry for being...
Is that all?
Yes.
Understood.
Aqui. Opa! Sabe qual que é o? É que eu esqueci que isso aqui faz barulho. Eita! Opa, deixa eu soltar, deixa. Eu tô precisando achar os caras. Morri. Ui! Vamos em arma. Apertei o botão errado. Erro meu. Caraca, eu dei muito mole nisso aqui. Mas não foi pouco não, foi pra caraca. Esse jogo é stealth, eu saí com o Rambo.
This is HQ. Patrol here.
Foi.
We've lost sight of the enemy. Commence alert formation.
Pronto, cheguei.
You must be Sokolov.
Are you one of Volgin's men? You'll never get it from me.
No. I'm a CIA agent. I've come to escort you back to the other side of the Iron Curtain.
You're CIA?
Yeah. I was sent by Major Zero, the man who got you out 2 years ago.
Zero?
I have a message from him.
What is it?
He said to tell you sorry for being so late.
Did he now?
What does it mean?
It means he's a man of his word. But we've got no time for this. You have to get me out of here before they arrive.
Who's they?
Colonel Volgin of GRU. You in the West know him as Thunderbolt.
Thunderbolt? Never heard of him.
He's a member of the Army's extremist faction, a man who seeks to seize control of the motherland. Ever since the Cuban Missile Crisis 2 years ago, Khrushchev has been pursuing a policy of peaceful coexistence with the West. Despite resistance and criticism from hawks in the army and the provincial authorities, Khrushchev has managed to suppress the opposition so far. But the failure of his agricultural policies has put him in a precarious position. And on top of that, the tragedy last November.
President Kennedy's assassination.
Precisely. In a sense, Khrushchev has lost his biggest partner, and his power base is rapidly crumbling away. A certain group is plotting to use this opportunity to seize power by rallying the anti-government forces, overthrowing Khrushchev, and installing Brezhnev and Kosygin in his place. The mastermind behind this plot is Colonel Volgin of the GRU. He has control over another secret weapons research facility much like this one, OKB-812, known as the Granin Design Bureau, and is using it to further his plans. But that is not enough to satisfy him. Now he's plotting to seize the secret weapon I have been developing here and use it as leverage in his bid for power. The intelligence says that they are going to make their move during the test.
Then, the soldiers outside.
Exactly. They wouldn't need that many men just to keep me inside. Their orders were to prevent Colonel Volgin from capturing me. Even if it meant killing me in the process, or so it would seem. Volgin will come. I'm sure of it. You must get me out of here before then.
Leave it to me.
By the way, you're Russian is superb. Where did you learn to speak it?
From my mentor.
Is that so? America is truly a frightening country.
Having second thoughts.
No. I have no love for this place. Let's go.
Major, this is Snake. Sokolov is safe with me.
Good work, Snake. Now hurry up and get Sokolov.
Roger.
What about the cent?
I managed to get...
I see.
What about the...
We lost contact with the boss some time ago.
What happened?
It's probably just a weak signal. Just...
Ah, beleza, ele vai usar o quê? Super poder? Kamehameha. É, temos um problema.
So this is the legendary boss.
Big Boss. Não é o outro.
We meet at last.
Ah, eu esqueci o nome dele.
You're from the Ocelot unit.
Ah, Ocelot.
What's a crew soldier doing here? Soldier? He's the Ocelot commander. That's Major Ocelot to you.
Major Ocelot.
Don't you forget it. Sokolov is ours. Get out of here. And Ocelot never lets his prey escape. What?
Puta que pariu. É um cado bom ele.
I can't say it feels good to kill a comrade, even if it is for the crew.
Sokolov, take cover.
You're not the boss, are you?
Boa.
Crew operatives.
What is that stance? Huh. That gun. If you're not the boss, then die.
Major! Leave it! Shoot the other one! Whoa!
É. O Snake também é bom de porrada.
You ejected the first bullet by hand, didn't you? I see what you were trying to do. But testing a technique you've only heard about in the middle of battle wasn't very smart. You were asking to have your gun jam on you. Besides, I don't think you're cut out for an automatic in the first place. You tend to twist your elbow to absorb the recoil. That's more of a revolver technique.
You filthy American dog!
Hum?
But that was some fancy shooting. You're pretty good.
Pretty good.
Boa, Sokolov sumiu. Falar com o Major Tom.
I read you.
I've run into a few snags. These guys
A Gruka.
are part of an internal something.
Sokolov? I agree.
Sokolov.
We're counting on you.
Vamos buscar Sokolov. Bem, eu vou fazer o seguinte. A gente vai achar o Sokolov. Eu acho que é agora que a Big Boss trai a gente, não lembro. Porque ela vai trair a gente, tá? Já dando um spoiler, que esse spoiler já recebeu há muito tempo. Vai ter um momento aí. Mas eu vou encerrar por agora. Melhor. E a gente continua no próximo episódio. Já deve ter dado aí quase 1 hora de episódio. Então, agradeço a todo mundo que assistiu até aqui. Vou deixar o mesmo recado do início. Ajude a gente a bater a nossa meta de monetização em julho. Se inscreve, deixa o like, ativa o sininho, compartilha com os amigos. E não deixe de olhar as nossas dicas de achadinhos ali, que sempre vai ter alguma coisinha bacana aí pra gente pegar as melhores ofertas. Então, até mais.